Hello! Here is another tutorial for my beloved students about direct proportion and indirect proportion. So, let's first have an example of direct proportion. So, this lesson is already taught in your classroom or in your virtual classroom. This is just a supplement for you to review on your lesson kung ano yung lesson na nakaraan sa inyo. This is a lesson for grade 5 and grade 6 mathematics students. So, we have here the direct proportion. Direct proportion. So, in the direct proportion, we have here an example. Clarice served 6 liters of pineapple juice to 15 guests. How many liters of pineapple juice does she need to serve 60 guests? So, the given are 6 liters for 15 guests. Okay, she has many visitors. Okay, and then, how many liters of pineapple? This is the unknown. We do not know how many liters of pineapple will she need if she will have 60 guests. Okay, so 60 guests, 15 guests, 6 liters, we don't know here. So this is direct proportion. To write this in an equation, we'll say, we'll remove the label here. We'll say 6 is to 15 is equals to n is to 60. Okay, so in the direct proportion, to know the unknown term, we have to multiply the means. These are the means. Okay, and the extremes. So these are the extremes. Okay, yun yung mga extremes. Okay, ito naman ay means. Okay. So i-multiply lang natin yung means, i-multiply natin ang extremes, then we will know the value of the unknown here, the unknown term. So to make it easier for us to visualize, it is easier for us to express it in a fractional form. Mas maganda yung fractional form. Like this one. 6 over 15 n over 60. And then what we will do is to cross multiply. I-multiply natin yung 6 times 60. Parang ito kasi i-multiply yung 6 times 60. And then 15 times n. So 6 times 60, we have 6 times 60. And then 15 times n. Magiging 15 n. Okay, and then 6 times 6 equals 36. We have a 0 here, add a 0. And then the 15 here transposed to the left side becomes the divisor here. And then n will remain on the right side. 360 divided by 15 equals 24. 24, right? Okay, yes, 24. Equals n. Okay, so this is now our answer, the unknown n. So does it make sense that if you serve 6 liters for your 15 guests, you will need 24 liters for your 60 guests. So this is now the direct proportion. As you can see, as the number of liters increases, the number of guests also increases. So, that's direct proportion. So, 6. So, pwede mo nga siyang, para siyang fraction na in the lower term, in the higher term, right? So, para lang din siyang fraction. Ganon ang sa direct proportion. But, when we say inverse proportion, okay, inverse para makita ninyo ang difference. Inverse proportion, this is how you are going to solve. For example, here I have here a situation or a problem. 6 painters can paint a building in 18 days. The owner wants the painting job finished in 9 days. How many painters should he hire? Okay, so this is the problem. 6 painters daw. Okay, ito yung mga given. For 6 painters daw, makakagawa daw siya ng bahay, magpintura ng bahay for 18 days. Okay, these are the given ha. And then, pero the owner wants to do the job in a shorter period of time. Gusto niya na matapos ito ng 9 days lang. Ayaw niya nang masyadong matagal. So, we have here a problem. How many painters will he need to do the job? Kasi 9 days lang ang gusto niya. What do you think? Do you think that the number of painters will increase or will he need more painters to do the job? Kasi 18 days becomes 9 days. 6 painters. Do you think this becomes lesser? As you can see, 18 to 9. 6, do you think this will become lesser too? Or will become greater in number? Okay, greater in number. Of course, he will need more painters to do the job because he needs to do it in a shorter period of time. So, in the inverse proportion, pag ginawa natin yan sa inverse proportion, ang mangyari sa ganyan, magiging 6 painters. Okay. Okay, 6 painters over in n painters, which is the unknown. Okay. Is to, giging ganun na siya, is to 9 painters, 9 days over 18 days. Okay. Unlike this one, in this equation dito sa direct proportion, this one is juice, guessed. Juice, guessed. As you can see, this is the 6 here is juice. This is guessed. Juice, this is guessed. Liters of juice, then guessed. And for this one, painters, days, days. Kasi inverse proportion siya. And then we can cross multiply if we are going to use in this equation method. Kasi ginawa mo na siya, ito yung inverse equation eh. Okay, ito yung inverse equation niya. But, so gagawin mo siyang cross multiplication pa rin. Okay, just like this one. But I have another thing na kaya natin siyang isolve without doing this way. Na kahit hindi natin siya gagawin ganito. Okay, later on. Okay, so in this way, so i-cross multiply natin 6 times 18 magiging 6 times 18 equals 9n. Okay? So, magiging 6 times 18 equals 108. Am I right? Yes, you're right. I am right. Okay, divided by 9 equals n. 108 divided by 9 equals 12. So, the answer is 12. So, magiging 12 na siya. Make sense ba na kapag ka 6 painters ang gagawa ng 18 days, 12 painters can do it in 9 days? Yes. Okay. Doable siya. Kaya niyang gawin kapag ka 12 ang mga painters na gagawa. So, this is for the indirect proportion. So, ang expression natin dito would be 6 painters. Okay. 6 painters is to 12 painters. Okay. Is equals to 9 days. Okay, this is 9. 4 over 18 days. Okay, so kapag 18 days, kailangan niya ng 12. Kapag 9 days, kailangan niya ng 6 painters lang. Okay? So, parang ang ratio niya is 1:2 ang ratio niya. So, this is the inverse proportion. But I'll tell you something. Kasi ito yung paggawa natin ng painters over painters tapos days over days. Unlike this one, as you can see, juice over guest. So, pwede natin siyang gamitin ulit ang ganitong method. Kaya lang, we will not cross multiply. This is the other way. So, pwede naman ninyong gawin yan, pero you will not cross multiply. Like for example, gagawin ninyong 6 painters for 18 days equals n painters for 9 days. So, hindi ko siya ini-inverse. Ganun pa rin ang ginawa ko, just like what I did in the direct proportion. Ang gagawin lang, you have to multiply the terms. Ito ang multiply natin. We will not multiply the means at saka extremes. Diretso mo na, 6 times 18. So, 6 times 18 equals 108. And then, over, kasi n times 9 yan, di ba? Or 9n na yan. So, over 9 mo siya equals n. And then, 108 divided by 9 equals 12 pa rin over n. So, what I did is just simply do as I did with the direct proportion, but the difference is I did not cross-multiply. I multiply the terms. I multiply the terms. Okay, so dalawang terms na yan i-multiply. And then the same number will come out. The same value will come out. As you can see, this is 12 and then 12 din yan. Pareho lang naman yan. Okay, whichever you will use in solving the missing term, it will be fine as long as you will reach the correct answer. So, this is 2 ways of finding out the missing term in the inverse proportion method. But just remember the way of finding the missing term in the direct proportion, this one, the direct proportion, is to multiply the means and the extremes. Okay? So, yun ang pinaka-clue natin dyan, ang sa direct proportion tayo. And then, if you master the direct proportion, you can do the inverse proportion because you will just inverse. You will just go the opposite or what is not usual with the direct proportion. So, that's it. Okay.